All right. Testing. All right. Okay, so there's a Federal Reserve cross border payments thing going on right now. I'm pumping BTC a little bit, more than a little bit. So that's moving up. If that's also moving up right. No, no. Oh yeah, I guess a little bit. Moving it up a little bit. Market's up 1%. Still within his trading range. Have this general cup and handle happening here, which isn't too bad. Um, hold on a second. I got to get my book. I'll be right back. All right, got my book. So I am developing some new stuff. And we'll see how it goes. So we got 6 minutes to the market open. All right, cool. All right. Now let's take a look at. Let's take a look at Tesla today. So Tesla's up a little bit, 446. Nothing crazy. Tesla lately has been very low volume. It's been getting more and more diminished volume. So not a lot of buying pressure right now. They're just kind of pausing the buying on Tesla, but it's not really going anywhere, which is a good thing. So we do have a bit of a shelf of resistance here from the 500 to about the 460 level, and it's a pretty interesting place. Not a bad place. Let's see. Okay. All right. Hey, what's up, Ellie? You doing? You're up here bright and early, buddy. I'm asking you the same question. Well, I'm always here. I'm like 2 minutes early or 3 minutes early. Usually, you're like a half hour early. Morning. What's up, Rob? Yeah. So remember, Ellie, I was talking about. I sent you a message the other day. I'm like, yeah, I'm looking at longer term options and selling the shorter term calls during non good times. I kind of like that. I kind of like that. Um, I think I'm gonna look into that a little bit more. I usually take my options out, you know, between 45 around 45 days, 30 to 45 days, maybe a little bit longer. But I'm thinking, what if I on stocks that, really we really like longer term? Well, I'm thinking overall strategy more than specific to today's market, you know? Although this is a decent environment to be selling options. I would think over here would have been the better time to be selling options. And then, buying on the way up and then maybe selling more up in this area, probably the past 3 days. Yeah, I probably want to be selling options, not on Tesla. Tesla actually went up. So it's stock specific, but like AMD would be a good AMD would have been pretty good. He buys a few stocks and sells options. Yeah. Yeah, he also said he's like a stone trying to get any good conversation going. So Won't put too many eggs in that basket, I guess. But like AMD, another one. If you were to sit here and sell the 90 call all day long, sell like the 90 weekly. Although I'm not sure if option prices are going to be reflected today. Like if you sold a 90, it's not life changing money, but you know, if, say you bought some super long call. Oh, you got a 101. Okay, yeah. I mean, like if you think it's multi-year, you could just pick out a really far out strike price. Doesn't have to be super far out. Like, September 21 is basically a year. So if you go out a year, you could buy something. I don't know, pick one. You could buy this 1530. Granted that's at the ask. You probably could get something in the middle there. And you can come here and sell a weekly option. For 4 days and get like, it's only $25. But anyway, you generally get the point. You could bring it a little closer than that. That was 90. Just depends on what you're doing. But anyway, it's yeah, it's interesting. I think I'm gonna read up a little bit on the Greeks because I think that's gonna be a good. There could be some good screening criteria. Like if say there's some good, um, oh, say theta. I don't know if that's what the decay is. Actually, I think you have it. Yeah, theta, value decay speed dollar by day. So I'm sure theta is going to be part of that measurement, and then some kind of volatility measurement as well. Um, and then if those align with the stocks that we typically look for, I think that is a beautiful thing. And if you can find those, when they're not running, I think that would be good. Oh, okay. Yeah, we can do an update if you want to. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what to look for yet, but that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking about something like that. Maybe a ratio between um yeah, let me write this down. I was having this thought yesterday. So maybe between a ratio between prices out like 365 days and 7 days or something like that. Yeah, gotcha. But that's what I'm thinking about is that maybe there's a way to use those metrics and try to gain some find some advantage, especially in the stocks that we already like. I'm not thinking about doing this with like GE or some garbage that we um, that we don't like. I'm thinking about doing it with stuff that we do like and do want to keep in mind. Then we don't sell when the market's good. If that makes sense. Friday daily candle on Amazon. Well, let's see what's happening here at the open. Is this global or action? Oh, this is actionable. So silver's up here. GBTC. Zoom's up another 3%. Bam. Fuck yeah. Go baby go. Make up for some mistakes. Um, yeah, Zoom's up here. Zoom's been doing great, man. Out of this nice little tight pattern here, just a beautiful expansion up. Space Roku Net. Lavago is chasing that. Looks like that's dropping. Amazon. There's Lavago. D Dog chilling or something like that. Able to come back really nicely. So there's Tesla. Tesla's earnings, I think, in 2 days. Although I'm not really sure what they're gonna find. I do find myself in an interesting position where I'm basically flat in my. I took another Tesla trade the other day, and I'm basically flat on it. So I don't know if I want to hold that through earnings or not. I've got that really long one going out to September 2022. I'm holding that one, and I also sold a bunch of calls on Friday for Tesla, not realizing options was in the middle of the week. I thought it was like next Monday or something. Dumping NIO. Why? Because you're up too much or what? Or because there's that big scary candle right now. It's a big scary candle. 0.85 for the Nasdaq. You can maybe dump some if you want to, I guess. I mean, it just had a really good run. Just had a super run. So if you've got some really good profit, I don't mind banking a really good profit. If you want to keep some too, that's fine. You could sell partial, unless you just bought one, in which case enjoy your $4. But if you bought more than one, you have the option to split it up in any number of ways. Two, yeah, you can cut, well, 50-50, you know, 50-50. And don't let the morning fudge you too much. Any crazy news on NAO? 5 stocks for the next 10 years. Some picks are obvious, some not so much. Yeah, I mean, I think if you're talking to your buddy, ask him. I would ask him what criteria he uses to actually choose the stocks that he buys, and then ask him if there's different criteria for the stocks that he wants to sell the options against, or if they're the same criteria. I think that's an interesting conversation. If there's some options metrics that are good to use, I mean, I think those are going to be good. Amazon up 1%. Oh dang! What happened on Friday at the close? Was that at the close? Oh wow, that was that was during market hours. Jeesh! Would someone fat finger their order by time? I mean, someone had to sell a butt ton of Amazon. I guess it's gonna happen. Yeah, right. $3,000. No, that's an institution. Ellie, did you get rid of your small position in Amazon for 300,000 shares? The Keep in mind, 2 candles ago was 41,000, and then it was 330,000. So that's 300,000 at 3,000. What's that, like $3 billion? 300 million or 3 billion? Hold on, I'm gonna do math. Or nine, actually, it's nine. That's basically someone's just sold $1 billion. That's what selling $1 billion of Amazon looks like. That is down 4%. So you want to sell $1 billion in Amazon, it's going to take it down 4% for every billion that you want to sell. Yeah. I mean, so I don't know who sold that. I'm not sure we'll ever know who sold that, but the point remains that is a crazy ass amount of money. It doesn't seem like that much, does it, Ellie? Yeah, I kind of agree with you. I'm like 4% for $1 billion. Although if you think about it, it's horrible. It's absolutely horrendous because in order to go down to zero, you only have to do that 25 times. So that means you can only take out $25 billion from Amazon before you completely tank the stock. Like if you wanted to, say you had, actually, that'd be very good. Say you had like $100 billion position in it. I don't know who like the larger shareholders in, but say you had $100 billion position in it. Keep in mind it's a stock with like a 1,600 trillion market or 1,600 billion market cap. So you could probably take that, tank it, and then just buy a crap ton down there. I don't know. It probably doesn't work that way, but not at that scale. It doesn't work that way, but that'd be pretty interesting. All right, guys, we're gonna sell 100 billion and buy back 1 trillion. It's like, but it won't be worth 1 trillion. It'd be like, it will be when it gets back up. So that's crazy. Buffett dropping in, he don't work that quick. Maybe. I hope he works that quick in that type of an environment. All right, so Zoom getting its mojo back. Tesla a little bit stable here, down a little bit on the day, not much. Amazon or market 1%. Yeah, as people could be. Yeah. AMC trying to bounce back. Let's go down the gamut here. Riot Blockchain looks like bouncing a little bit, 3.4, which is pretty good. So we kind of had a bull flag most of last weekend on this Riot Blockchain chart. Not looking too bad, actually. Looking pretty good. Bitcoin going this morning, if you didn't know. Bitcoin above head and shoulders top. Hit our alert of 10.5 last night. Whole market generally bouncing here a little bit. XRP up because the Fed's talking about cross-border payments. So Ripple, I'm not listening to anything, but you can imagine they're going to come up in the conversation. Hertz extending today. Well, them coming out of bankruptcy is actually not a bad thing. Them getting a loan. I'm not sure if it's a bridge loan or all the terms. I'm not really that educated on it. But it's not your general normal garbage bankruptcy pump. They got a real lifeline. So I would argue that's a good thing. All right, 1.16 for the market. You've got AMC, GBTC, Zoom. What else is up here? Snaps up here. Twilio. Twilio won't go away. Not that you'll want it to. Lovongo, 2%. Trying to make a turnaround. It was looking a little scary there for a minute. Really wouldn't make a new major low, though. Also supported the 20-day, whatever that makes, whatever that means. Tesla to export China-made Model 3 vehicles to Europe. Huh. Proximity, I guess that makes sense. You don't have to go through the canals, right? You just take the take the Indian Ocean to whatever ocean. I don't know how the globe works. How does the globe work anyway? Maybe that yeah. Sure they figured it out. Maybe they're closer in terms of specifications. Trying to keep the US market saturated. All right, so see what else may be working today. Go check out the global watch list for a minute. You know, I'm kind of curious myself, Rob, so let's do what most normal people will do. Let's go look at the globe. All right. So here's California. So in order to get to Europe, they have to go down here through the canal and boom, they probably offload, I don't know, somewhere over here. So if you're in China, yeah, you do have to go around the Africa. Unless is there a port there in Saudi Arabia or Egypt, I'm sorry? I don't know. It both Europe just seems like a really long ways away. It just seems like a tremendous amount of distance. Either way, they could go around the top. They could just dump it right in Norway because apparently Norway's buying all their vehicles. Yeah, hauling off to Texas. Yeah, yeah, maybe. I don't know. It's probably not cheaper. I'm sure they use this canal for a reason. But yeah, it seems like right smack dab in the middle between the two. So yeah, for whatever reasons they chose to. Maybe logistics wise it's a tie. Maybe that's why. Or they can go through. Ellie says there's a deal right there across Egypt. Yeah, so maybe they can maybe they can do that and then offload in Greece. Probably super cheap to do anything in Greece. So they just offload in Greece. Yes, they are. China is building a high. I think it's going. Um, yeah, I don't know where all the too many borders and stuff. Yeah, they are actually. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool actually. China's doing some good stuff. China's doing some really good stuff. Yeah, it's a shame that I don't know. A lot of people in the U.S. think if you're copying China, you're bad or something, but they do some good stuff, man. I mean, their general internal system is communist, but they do have it. I mean, the reason they're so popular, or not really popular, but the reason they're so successful is because of the capitalist side of the country. They do a good job threading that needle. Although, if you're communist, you can thread whatever needle you want. But yeah, there's a lot of never everything, right? Like never Trumpers, um, whatever you want to call them, never China. I mean, but that silk they call it. I think they call it the new Silk Road. That's pretty good. We should have like done that into South America or something by now. Well, I don't know about buy now, but like if you look at the economies, you got huge right here. I mean, they even got Africa if they really wanted to. They have a big influence in Africa too. Yeah, yeah. We should do something with Africa and South America. Really make those into. Yeah, as much as the United States, we say we're this, we're that, we're the other thing. I don't know. Like we try to do stuff here and there, but at the same time we don't transport more immigrants. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just trying to think of possibilities for because what that's doing is that's creating a direct line to Europe. So you think about it like first largest economy, second largest economy. We can't really build a road there. So for them to build a direct highway is pretty amazing. That's very forward thinking, um, very good. Like if we wanted to build something down to like say South America was the fourth largest economy and this really close to Europe, we would not be able to find the resources to do that. I guarantee you. We're too politically gridlocked. We're too much in debt, and it just wouldn't happen. That would cost trillions of dollars, and they're like, yeah, we're not doing that. Um, so yeah, it's very interesting. The U.S.'s dynamic going forward. Factory in Egypt. Oh, Tesla. Um, I don't know. Ever since the Arab Spring 2017 or 2014, I don't remember. But ever since the Arab Spring, we haven't heard anything out of Egypt. Probably because politics has sucked all the air out of the room in terms of the news. It's 2011, was it? Dang, 2011? No way. No way. That's way long ago. Now you're really gonna make me feel old. I was thinking it was like maybe 6 years ago. Wow. But anyway, we haven't heard anything out of Egypt, good or bad. I mean, I remember at the time, when the news was still covering news, Hillary's Clinton emails are making huge noise in Egypt. This is 2016. Yeah, wasn't the Arab Spring 2014? Okay, now I'm looking it up because I don't believe you. Dang, 2010 to 2012. Damn. Sorry, Muhammad. My mind just wouldn't go back 9 years, and just my mind wouldn't go back that far. That seems a lot closer in time. Seriously, that was pretty cool. Like I remember that. I'm like, oh, that's super cool. All those people are fighting for their freedom, and it reminds me a little bit of the U.S. Um, little bit because it's not exactly the same. Completely different world today than it was back then. But wow, I am old, Muhammad. Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, you were there in 2012. What's the thing about Hillary's emails in Egypt? What's that about? I I do know some history, Ellie. I'm just I don't. As an American, you grow up with this romanticized version of fighting for your freedom, and that's what you see on the right now. That's that's what you see on the right now is them. It's a romanticized fighting for your freedom, but for them, it's about face masks. I mean, and whatever else. I mean, not everyone it's about face masks, but like those five guys that try to kidnap a governor in Minnesota or something. It's a romanticized version of freedom. It's a romanticized version of I'm gonna fight for what I believe in. That's what you grow up with over here. So when I saw that in the Middle East, and I'm sure a lot of Americans, probably maybe some, I don't know about a lot, but you know when you see people like actually fighting and standing up against their government, you're like, oh, that's amazing. You know, that's amazing because we don't get that a lot over here in the U.S. We talk a lot of stuff, um, but thankfully, since the Civil War, we really haven't taken arms to each other. It's not really a thing anymore, fortunately. So, wanted to replace regimes with Islamist Muslim Brotherhood and such. Yeah, the US always wants to replace regimes. I think that's our favorite weekend hobby is replacing regimes. We don't have a great track record of it. Yeah, I don't know. It's it's kind of weird. I feel like sometimes a lot of people 3D systems, look at that. For some reason it just dawned on me that that is a nice very nice little bull flag it's trying to break out from. What's going on with 3D systems? Anything? This thing has been a dog for a long time. Hey, I remember the 3D systems pump back in the day, okay? I remember it. It was friggin' amazing. 1.18 for the Nasdaq. Okay. Um you embraced a military regime over them. Fair enough. Fair enough. Now what I was going to say though, I was going to say I think the US has like this big brother um and not like the 1984 big brother, but like a big brother legitimately trying to tell his little brother what to do all the time. Um, I think the U.S. definitely suffers from that. That we're always trying to tell everybody what to do because we like our system a lot, and the people try to export our system. I mean, the Russians try to do the same thing. The communists are trying to do the same thing, or Chinese are trying to do the same thing. So I think every country suffers from that big brotherism. Yeah, especially in a well, I don't want to say especially because I don't know too much about all the yeah big power corrupts absolutely right, Ellie. Exactly, exactly. It's I think it's a balance between them wanting to do the right thing for the people of those nations. I don't even think it's wanting to. I don't. I mean, subconsciously, it probably is the U.S. wanting to export its power to other parts of the world, but at a conscious level, I think there are good hearts there wanting to make better for the people of the nation rather than just the U.S. power. Um, that's what I see. That's what I think. I guess whether it's right or wrong, who knows? But and because it's happened over every single political party in the U.S. basically since World War II. Is we you know we've it's kind of mostly been about if it's not oil because we did fight over oil for a while. I don't know. I hope we're past that, but who knows? I don't know. I'm not running for office this year. Next year probably, but not this year. All right, let's get back to stocks. Not past oil. I hope we are. Man, it's well, yeah, it is loosely about resources, Mohammed, but I hope we're slowly getting past it. I mean, now it's going to be about rare earth minerals more than it's going to be about oil more than likely, but oil's still a big factor, and the U.S. has a ton of oil, so hopefully, yeah, I don't know. Things take a long time to change. Just put it that way. Oh, hey, maybe you guys know. I was kind of thinking about this. I think I've heard it before. There is something about the rate of human invention given a given time. Hey, what's up, Blah? Maybe you guys know what it is. So I had this thought the other day. I've had this thought loosely on and off for years, and I think I've heard it out there somewhere, but I haven't been able to pinpoint it down. So we see these evolutions in technology, right? And like everyone jumps on the bandwagon, but it seems like it takes 10 years for something truly to finally take hold. And I think it's due to the fact that, the human brain is only capable of so much. Like we have so much bandwidth and computing power. So I think I've seen a chart somewhere about how technology advances over like where the humans grasp a concept at a very high level, and then we go deeper level, and then we're able to finally get mass market adoption for something across whatever that thought was, if that makes any sense. So I just anyway, I didn't know if anyone had heard anything about that, or because I wanted to do a little bit more looking into that. Because we think of something like artificial intelligence and this, and some of these other deeper concepts. We can only go at like, what am I driving into? Well, I'm trying to think about, these very far, like I just mentioned, artificial intelligence. Kind of not really an idea adoption rate, although that is part of it too, but like an idea iteration rate where we go from a high level concept into a low level understanding and are able to iterate on that idea and then create adoption. So part of me was thinking much bigger picture, such as space travel and things of that nature. Another thing was thinking about just products. Yeah, I know it's known stuff. I didn't know if anyone thought of something or like knew of a term I could Google or so. It's just something I just thought of it right now for whatever reason. Yeah, what someone someone has to have thought about that, because I thought a little bit about Elon Musk, but I don't think he's kind of as special um as he kind of everyone kind of thinks he is. I just think he's kind of the right guy at the right time. I think there's a lot of right guys at the wrong time. No, I know he's special, Ellie, but I'm simply saying I think there's a lot of right guys at the wrong time. So there was probably an Elon about 20, maybe 20, 30 years ago, but the technology wasn't there, And then now Elon is coming along and the technology is there. I'm not saying there's a lot of them. Yeah, I'm not saying there's a lot of Elons out there, but I'm simply saying I think they're out there, but the timing of the general technology has to be there. Because like you look at reusable rockets and you look at the electric car, his two main things that he's done, you can argue reusable rockets probably could have been done 10, 15 years earlier, but electric cars probably not too much earlier. There was a lot of people doing stuff around electric cars at the time. And like I said, the right person at the right time, it takes the right person to do it, but the time has to be right too. If Elon was 20 years later, 20 years earlier, I don't know if it would have had as much success. About a decade off or so. But that's kind of part of what I'm getting into is I think I think if there's enough research in this, you could loosely extrapolate like when we'll have a colony on Mars and like when we'll be able to have and maybe Elon's gonna make all the stuff come faster. I don't know. It's just some big picture stuff I was thinking about. Probably nonsense, but my mind goes in weird places. All right, back to normally scheduled programming. Back to your normally scheduled program. Zoom, coming down a little bit. Don't ever go down, Zoom. Don't ever go down. AMC up a bunch today. Oh, they really like that new movie theater idea, huh? Resume operations at many theaters in the state of New York. That's causing for 17% of a bounce. Oh, they probably have a lot of theaters in New York. That's probably why. They probably do Broadway and such. JD. Yeah, so I have a position in JD that is still pretty far underwater. I just got boned on that one. Just brutally boned. Something that shouldn't be spoken about. Um, yeah, I don't know about early entry. I timed this one. I don't know why I jumped on this one pretty early. I guess the whole market was looking like it was going to bounce up. That was that big up day, so I took a bunch of positions that day. Luckily, it's not hurting me. So that's a good thing. But well, yeah. So I don't know about an early entry. I'd probably wait for a more traditional breakout at this stage. We talked about the election, and it's still a factor. It still hasn't happened yet. They're gonna. It may be a buy the news event, the election, just because of whoever wins. Um, Although you know what I think is going to happen. Well, not that I think is going to happen. I'm seeing a lot of it's hard to say this, and I'm just gonna say it just because I'm talking. Don't hold me to any of this, but I've been hearing a lot of stuff and from guys that aren't even Biden fans about Biden's gonna win. Um, I've heard a lot of that. There's a news station here that's pretty right wing, and a couple guys there were even saying that because Trump's just fucking off the rails. Anyway, if Biden wins, if Trump wins on election night, Biden's likely to say, "Yeah, good job, Trump," and then he's going to blow his brains out. If Biden wins, Trump is not going to go down, at least from what it looks like on TV. I hope he accepts the election results and bows out gracefully. Like, that would be amazing for the country, but he doesn't sound like it's going to happen. If Trump does fight the election results and goes into a court battle, I don't know what that's going to do to the markets. That's not going to be the certainty that the markets typically want. And keep in mind, he's still going to be president until January 21st, I think, is inauguration day. So whatever malaise we've had since that big day we dropped, which was September 3rd, all this action, kind of choppy action, may continue until that's resolved. And then once that's resolved, maybe the market will start to go back up. What conspiracy? I'm not involved in any conspiracy. I'm just going off of what each individual candidate has stated publicly. I watched the debate myself. Will you accept the election results? We'll see. We'll see. Like, it's not yes. Biden's like, yeah, I'll accept the election results. They've done that every election going back as far as I can remember, which is like 3 or 4 of them. Yes, he does state everything, which is part of the problem, at least for me. But like I said, I wasn't trying to have this conversation, damn it. I wasn't trying to do that. I was simply trying to state, if he goes that route, I don't know how the market's going to react. Probably not favorably. Probably not favorably. And, well, I don't watch the news. Like I said, I just watched the debate. Biden said, I don't know where he's. Rob, I saw Biden say yes. He did say yes. He said yes. He said yes. So anyway, all I was saying is regarding the market. God damn, I'm not trying to get back into politics. I was talking about the market. Take your political hats off, damn it. I'm just saying market-wise, we're looking for certainty. So if you're looking for a buy the news event, and if Trump does start fighting everything in court, we're not going to get the November 4th or 5th rally. I don't even know if we'll get a November 5th rally, but if there were to be one, it would probably be postponed for sure. You saw Trump's supportive car procession this weekend? Yeah, that was in Arizona, actually. Someone posted that on my Facebook page. Or he didn't post it on my Facebook page, but I saw it scrolling through Facebook last night, and I hate Facebook. I posted a comment. I'm like, yeah, I'm not getting myself involved in a traffic jam for anybody. Because it was just a big-ass traffic jam. That's funny. Oh, well, they did one in Arizona too then, Blair. Yeah, they did one in Arizona too. Do it all over the place. Yeah, hey man, go voice your voice. Go voice it. That's what America's about. Go speak your piece. I think it's a good thing. All right, Nasdaq 0.52. We've turned in a little bit. Tesla's turned down a little bit. What else is turned down? GBTC still holding up pretty well. EXPI 2% after a pretty decent red day there. Zoom 1.72. And Zoom's getting pretty close to, I don't know. I may have to close. If we're going to go red here, I may have to close Zoom. I don't want to give that profit up. Puts my account in a nice spot. It doesn't look bad at all, though. What about EXPI, Blay? Yeah, I just looked at it a little bit. It is trying to bounce back after a Friday. So it started a consolidation up here of some sorts. We finally have a lower low down here on the 10-day. Yeah, down here on the 10-day. That's a trend line. I can get rid of that. Down here on the 10-day for EXPI. So not a bad thing. It's still looking pretty good. One thing I mentioned on Friday, I think, was we had tremendous volume on the way up here from 10 up into 50 or 20 up into 50. And the volume this time is less. So I don't think we're quite getting... I think we're losing a little bit of buying pressure, maybe a bigger consolidation or something. But I don't know if I'd be jumping in at this moment. We do have some distribution up here. I'd be waiting on that one. Nikola dead cap bounce? What's it doing? 5%? Yeah, probably. I don't know what they could say that's really positive. JP Morgan said Nikola GM partnership is still likely, whatever that means. $15 put sweep near the bid before the open. Before the open. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Nikola here. So Tesla firmly lower. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, so my Tesla, short of those Tesla calls, that's going in the right direction, which is the wrong direction. All right, Zoom, I got a tough decision to make here. I'm up about 80% on my calls. 100% is kind of like my threshold. I'm going to hold on for a little bit. Almost got a full position in that one too, so that's a good profit. Actually helping out a bunch of garbage trades. Stupid. Got in too heavy, too high. Livongo's one of them. Bounced back to 146, failed there. Could try to sell some calls on that one too. Yeah, I need to do some research on that. I gotta get going early today, maybe in about 10 minutes or so. My kids are supposed to start this hybrid learning thing this week, so I'm not quite sure how that's gonna work out. And they got new links, so I gotta make sure they're set up to go. So I'm gonna bounce here probably 10 or 15 minutes. Tesla looks like it doesn't want to move in the upward direction right now. We do have earnings coming up, and I'm not sure. The 21st, so that's in 2 days. Is that aftermarket? Yeah, aftermarket in 2 days. So I'm not quite sure what that's... I'm not sure what earnings are going to look like around Tesla, nor can you ever be sure what earnings are going to look like. But definitely in a situation... I mean, overall, it's in a very bullish position. Just overall, super, super bullish. From almost every perspective. The immediate term isn't very bullish, but longer terms very bullish, very longer terms very bullish, technically and fundamentally. But if you look at the weekly, it's just had a spectacular run. So I'm not sure if it'll cause a larger base or not. Could easily drop down and cause a larger base. I don't know. Yeah. Market 0.47. AMC still leading. Riot now up 9%. Got GBTC, EXPI. Trying to bounce back. Not really doing great though. Zoom keeps coming in a little bit more and a little bit more. Well, I guess it's stalling down here. Not too bad. To average into Tesla, if you want to, Blair. I mean, it's been stuck in a range for a while. It just depends what you want to do. I mean, depends how you want to play it. You could have been averaging in almost this entire time and had pretty good average. I kind of think if you like Tesla really long term, you could buy it monthly. I mean, I don't think there's a huge risk in that. if you like it for the really long term. Yeah, I mean, if you like it long term and you just want to play stock and you just want to go, then I think you could just buy it monthly. I mean, buy however much you can, a share, two, half a share on like the Fidelity has that $5 whatever it is platform where you can buy $5 worth at a time. Um, yeah, Triangle did sort of time out. Yeah, never really did pop up. Yeah, I mean, I think you buy it longer term. I think there's lots of stuff you can do with it, but yeah, go for it, man. Just every once in a while. I mean, if you want to wait for this stuff to shake out, and that's up to you. If you want to wait for after earnings, see if it like I don't know what they can say in earnings that's going to make this thing pop past the 500 level. There's nothing. I mean, what don't you know about Tesla? Oh, Robinhood is partial too. Stupid Robinhood. Get off of Robinhood. Get a real brokerage account. I don't know what I have against Robinhood. There's too many weirdos on there. Bad liquidity from what I hear because they try to go from their pool of investors first. I think. I don't know. But but yeah. So I think yeah. I guess if you want to, yeah. I mean, I like Tesla. I've got really long-term Tesla. I got a few shares, not a lot, and then I've got a long-term Tesla option position, which I really would like to add to. If we do get a drop on earnings, depending on the action, I'll add pretty shortly thereafter to that very long-term, very long-term position, which is it's actually an option going out super far. I'll probably expand that even out to I think they have a January now, January 2023. Yeah, right there. So I'll probably buy that one. That gives me an additional 3 months. And I'll pay like $10 for it, which isn't too bad. Yeah, not too bad on that one. So if it drops, I'll probably be buying some. If it pops, I may also be buying some. We'll have to see how that works out. Yeah, earnings are always fun though. They're always a gamble. Hard to get a real good feeling for them. Nasdaq 0.27, Zoom 0.77. You're probably killing my profit, Zoom. Yee, killing my profit, Zoom. Oh no, what if I should take it? Going away. Oh, there it is. And volume's not too bad today. Looks like a bit of a reversal for the market. 0.24, Tesla lower. Yeah, definite reversal. D-Dog looks like it's taken on the chin too. Am I? Oh, shit. Am I lucky? Took my phone out of its case and I've been kind of playing with it here, and then it slipped off my lap and just dropped on my metal desk. All right, back in the case you go. IRBT, let's check it out. It's actually holding up really well. 2.59%. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Holding up into highs, not really giving up any. Earnings looks like day before Tesla, 20th. 20th after market. So they have earnings tomorrow, which is always slightly concerning. Dang. Market getting sold off into right now. Ah. The Batwing stock pattern. Well, it's not really a. I don't know if it's a stock pattern. I really haven't derived any kind of major edge from it, but um, yeah, we're down to 0.23. Amazon sliding down on the broken order books. What did you want to know about the Batwing? I don't. Yeah, I haven't really fully fledged out that pattern. It's not even quite truly a pattern. Let's go check out Amazon. Oh, selling off with that big sell off on Friday a little bit. Just a cool billion. That is a lot of stock. We just get support, Ellie. A little bit of support. Oh, you're saying we exhausted by support? I gotta get back in the office. Buy more Amazon? Well, I guess question is, well, we're kind of in the middle of a range right now. If we get back down towards that 2880 under 3K, I think that'd be a great buy if you want to do kind of a lower buy. Kids going back to school. Yeah, I got a school right down from my house if you guys don't remember. Hi, bud. You up? You dressed? Nice, nice. Good job. Eating oranges. And we got to get you guys ready for school in a little bit. Your online. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. Take a look at Nvidia. Expect good numbers before earnings. And they just have a thing about like Prime Day wasn't as good or something like that, or whatever it was. 10/29. That's a ways out. A couple of weeks. Could get lower before then. Tesla bouncing back a little bit. Nasdaq still up. That's good. I should go drive past the school, see what kind of. Because they're sending kids back to school in Arizona here. At least they're starting to. Each district is different. I'm sure it's the same in your guys's. Do you guys hear that bus go by or no? I'm just curious. I just opened my windows and school's 2 doors down. Tons of buses rolling by. Anyway, yeah, they're sending the kids back to school in my district. I don't know. I think I'm going to keep them home. Some dude talking. Don't listen to him. Don't listen to him. All right, Zoom bouncing back. All right. Got my Zoom mojo back. He's saying buy more Tesla. Yeah, you can always buy more Tesla, really. I mean, especially for longer term bags. No, I don't have any issue with that at all. I think Tesla's super good. All right, GBTC. Did we sell off a little bit on the BTC? Did a little bit. So we had a nice bullish candle. Our 11.5 got broken again today. Think it's too hyped up and will drop on earnings, Rob? Could be. I kind of hope that. I think that'd be pretty cool, actually. Get a bunch of hateful headlines in on Tesla. Elon will have to come up and announce some new improvements to something, and then we can get a nice discount. Get a nice discount on Tesla. Well, all right, 0.38 for the NASDAQ. Tesla finding some support there. AMC still going. Right, back down a little bit. Net. How's Net doing? Net's holding its own. Net doing pretty good. There's Livongo, still chilling. Yeah, the D-Dog. The D-Dog. I don't know. Cut my D-Dog in half on Friday. I may have to... I'm on the fence on D-Dog. Yeah, I'm selling D-Dog. Bye-bye, D-Dog. Well, don't feel bad. I'm basically getting stopped out of D-Dog here, just at a much worse loss than you. Yeah. Need to get a little more cash. Need to get a little less. Yeah, I bought things up a little too high. Got too froggy in that green day right there. Luckily, my one good trade, actually three, I had three good trades, even two before that are paying for these bad trades. Trades I'm just not comfortable with right now. You know, like I say, would you buy it right now? Would not buy D-Dog right now. I would not buy D-Dog right now. Same with JD. I don't know about JD's not too bad though. I don't mind JD. I got that. You got to keep in mind with me and my options. I have expiration dates to keep in mind. My D-Dog trade expired at the end of the month, so that didn't look like it was going to get going in the next week or so. I mean, it could turn around, but I don't know. I'm just not a big fan. Probably just because there's 4 red candles, but the volume's not bad. It's not bad. I didn't have to cut it, especially when I'm holding on to some of these other trades, but just don't want that time decay to eat in. I don't want to lose money due to time decay. Is basically a good way to put it. Like, I don't mind losing money on a move that I misread or something, but time decay, yeah, not so much. My whole thing is timing the market, so if I lose money due to time decay, it means I'm pretty bad at my job. Of course, it's going to go up 14% tomorrow, so everyone should buy D-Dog. Almost guaranteed. Almost guaranteed. Not quite, but yeah, a lot of these other ones I do have some time on these, so like Nvidia. Nvidia's one I was thinking about selling some options on. I got 5 calls on that one. It's got some pretty clear resistance here at like the 575. So if I were to go out this week and sell some 575s, let's see what we got. Of course, I have to go between 14 and all. So 575, I get like $1,000. $1,250. That's not too bad for Nvidia. I'm not sure it's going to get moving this week. Doesn't look like it. So I could sell some 575s in Nvidia. Should have done it on Friday. I was thinking about it. Let's see what the close was on Friday for Nvidia. So we know 575 today. It would have been 355 to 260. So I'd have made a lot more. Hey, what's up, Cool Sheep? Sitting on thumbs? I think thumbs are good. I think you're good with thumbs. I think you're okay with thumbs. Tesla's earnings coming up in a few days. That's going to cause some issues. UAL, July 2021. I mean, maybe. Maybe if you're going to actively sell some of those. I got to go out on the weekly time frame here to even see July 2021. Come on, bastard. There we go. Looks like I was looking at a 2022 option. You have to keep in mind, Ellie, when you're going out really far, I don't think you end up paying that much. So there's June 2021. So 35 would be 780. January would be 1075. It's a bit of a difference there. About $3 for 3 months. $1 a month. You part of the buck a month club? I'm part of the buck a month club. Yeah, maybe. I don't know what the risk reward is on that. Put it in StockShed. I don't know what the percentage gain or what target you're necessarily looking for, but I'd try to go out pretty far and see if it was worth it. Month a buck. Yeah, so my Nvidia sell on Monday on Friday would have been great. Yeah, that'd have been really good. I gotta get going here in a minute, guys. You guys want to look at anything else? I gotta get my kids ready for their new school change, which is kind of the same thing. Yeah, bud. Should be in the drawer. Not in the drawer. You're welcome. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to get out of here, get my kids ready for school. Tesla with a big bounce back right there. Not too bad. Not too bad. Looks like Zoom must be getting healthier. Oh, yeah, there we go. Yay! Go Zoom. Market 0.52. Yeah, be great if we could stabilize here. All right, guys. Well, have a good day. I'll see you later in the Crypto Power Hour. Should be an interesting one with cryptos moving. And other than that, I will see you guys back here. I will see you guys back here tomorrow. And hopefully the market will be good. And then Tesla can drop down to 400. Or 350. We can pick up a bunch of options down there, some stocks, and go up forever. All right, guys. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Have a good day.